What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and welcome to a quick news video. This is Entertainment Weekly. Rian Johnson says scrapped Star Wars trilogy didn't come together because of Knives Out. Is that true, or is this just something that he's saying to, I don't know, save face, that he didn't make more Star Wars? I don't know. The filmmaker added that he is open to other Star Wars projects in the future. I would be thrilled. Oh, I'm sure he would be thrilled, but I don't think anybody wants him to continue making Star Wars. His movie divided the fan base. Sure, some people didn't like Force Awakens, but it really was The Last Jedi that split the fan base. Disney has just continually fractured the fan base with every Star Wars release since then. They released The Mandalorian. It looked like they were starting to mend the fracture somewhat, but then things happened. They fired Gina Carano, and quality of the show kind of went down. They made Book of Boba Fett, which wasn't very good.
Like a panther. Yes.
Ahsoka wasn't very good. Obi-Wan Kenobi wasn't very good. The Acolyte.
The power of many.
You get the picture. Rian Johnson shed some insights about his Star Wars trilogy lost to the ether in a galaxy far, far away.
Fantastic.
Revealing that work on his hit murder mystery Knives Out is ultimately what took precedent. Isn't that weird that in this day and age people are like, oh, I'd rather work on this other movie than a Star Wars project? I just find that weird. You know, years ago, Knives Out would have taken the back seat and he would have made his Star Wars movies instead. In a recent interview with Rolling Stone, the filmmaker behind Last Jedi explained that he and Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy did indeed brainstorm ideas for a planned 3-film saga. But when the whodunit Knives Out came along, his focus simply shifted. Nothing really happened with it. We had a great time working together, and they said, let's keep doing it. I said, great, Johnson recalled. I would kick ideas around with Kathy. The short version is, Knives Out happened. I went off and made Knives Out, and was off to the races, busy making murder mysteries. But then why did they announce that he was making a trilogy if they never got it past initial planning and kicking some ideas around? That was foolish, because they announced that he was making his trilogy before The Last Jedi came out.
And they are so dumb.
It's the sort of thing, if down the line there's an opportunity to do it or do something else in Star Wars, I would be thrilled, Johnson said, leaving the door open to return to that world. But right now, I'm just doing my own stuff and pretty happy. Yep, and that's where you're going to stay, because they're not going to have you come back. Johnson said there was never an outline or treatment or anything for the remainder of the films, though he did note that the ideas he had were all very conceptual, without further elaboration. Lucasfilm first announced the planned trilogy in November 2017, a month before The Last Jedi's theatrical release. See, that's stupid. They should have kept their mouths shut until the movie came out, because you don't know how people are going to react to the movie. They must have really thought The Last Jedi was the greatest Star Wars movie ever and had all the confidence. Yeah, so, again, is this really that surprising? No, because essentially this guy has known for a long time that he's never making that trilogy. You know, every time he was asked in an interview, and it was quite a bit, he would say, you know, something like, oh, it's still happening, or, you know, we're still talking or planning or whatever. But for some reason, he just comes out now and says that. At least we know definitively it's canceled. Why would you want this guy making more Star Wars? Star Wars doesn't need Rian Johnson. It needs to take a break. It's time, I think, to rest Star Wars for a while and really plan some stuff. Apparently, that's what they've been doing movie-wise. And what they're coming up with is, oh, let's do Mandalorian because that's popular. Which I guess isn't a surprise, but it took them so long to get a Mandalorian movie made that The Mandalorian isn't even really relevant or popular anymore. Alright, well, let me know your thoughts on this news in the comments down below. Is this a good thing or a bad thing that Rian Johnson is not making more Star Wars? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and until next time, thanks for watching.